What's up, man? Yo, it's your man Tim Black. Welcome back to the show. Glad that you all showed up. It's the O, the O, the O, the O, the O, the O. And the N, the N, the N, the N, the N. And the E, the E, the E, the E, the E. And the L, the L, the L, the L, the L. We do the whole thing. And the O, the O, the O, the O, the O. And the V, the V, the V, the V, the V. And the E, the E, the E, the E, the E. One love, one love. Lucky if you got just one love. You're lucky if you got just one. What up, people? What up, people? I'm feeling like Houdini tonight, man. I looked in the mirror. I was like, I got to go down and do that. I got to go down there and do that. They ain't going to expect that. They ain't going to expect me to go full rapper, the rapper Khalil. They ain't expecting that, man. What's happening, people? What's happening? It's the Tim Black Show. We're tuned back in. What's up to my moderators on YouTube? Black Mamba and the amazing Buck Bueller. What is happening, man? We got you guys okay? Is everybody okay today, man? I know it's tough out here, man. I know it's tough. Well, we got a lot of corruption going on in this country, don't we? We have a lot of corruption going on here. Jesus. How'd that get in there? So, am I the only one who thinks people be lying when they say they got locked up for swiping their own food in error? Well, you know, I meant to swipe it. Yo. So first of all, if you're new to the show, this is a U.S. politics channel. So please miss me with the, man, don't stop talking about politics, man. Yeah, that's what we do. Politics, breaking news, black culture, all live right here on the Tim Black Show with my great people on Facebook, X, and of course, the one and only YouTube, man. We do it live. We do it live. Every day except Tuesday and Saturday. We do it live. Yeah. Look, if you haven't done it yet, go get yourself a Tim Black mug. Get a Tim Black mug. Politics for the people. Tim Black Legacy mug. Go to timblackmug.com. Mug.com. Come on now. Let's do this. Brutus. All right. Tell these people independent media is where it's at, man. Yo, and also, guys, our goal tonight is 400 likes. We've been doing pretty well. We've been reaching our goal. Let's go out with a bang on Friday. I know a lot of people, they got lives on Friday. All of a sudden, they want to go out the house. Ain't nothing out there. Stay inside and watch the Tim Black Show. Stay inside, get your news and your entertainment all in one package. Get your righteous indignation. Get your righteous rants right here on the Tim Black Show. Yeah, we're going to have some drama, some funny, some violence, all of it right here. Words can be violent. I don't know what I was thinking rolling with those people, man. The words were violent. But they were threatening your life. No, they just were saying things. They were talking aggressively. It was violence. Like C-Spot run? Like that? Tim, you know what we mean. Hey, man, I'm Gen X, man. When I grew up, there wasn't no such thing as microaggressions. Don't get me wrong. We just had straight up aggressions. We ain't doing on my points in word. Yeah, it was straight up aggressions. Wasn't all that beating around the bush stuff. Well, do you live around here? Which house is yours? Nah, I didn't get that. I'm sorry. Guess I was too close to the 80s. You know, it was in the 80s, 90s, 80s. We don't serve no N-words around here. What you doing around here? I'm just trying to sell candle for my school. Get out of here. Man, I had one of those days. You ain't want to tell them stuff like that. You come tell them that, somebody get hurt. Can't come tell my dad no shit like that. Keep that to yourself. Those are the good old days, man. Those are the good old days. So look, guys, we're doing it live here on the Tim Black Show. I got a couple news stories we want to run through. I see I got my VIPs. They have tuned in. I want to give a quick shout out to my people, man, because they hold it down. Thank you for all you do. Coming through, Tobias, Abu, and Ebony, and Sharon Brown, and Waggy. Not to stick off my shoulder, Tim C. Nigel Green is coming through. Look at Nigel in the house. What's up, fam? Good up for that brother, man. You can set your clock to Megs is in the house. Thank you, Megs. My sister Megs. She always doing this. Megs always giving somebody a membership. She too nice to y'all. Megs just got a heart of gold for real. Just, hey, Megs, how you doing? Here you go. You don't want to say nothing? No, just maybe I can help somebody, you know, make them be a member of the show, help them get informed, give them hope in this jury world we live in. One of those people that just, you know, just has magic. That's what we call Magic Johnson. All right, fam, look at my people. My people coming through, man. This is great. Thank you for being here, y'all. My people have come through. They have arrived. Joe Hunter, Cat Negrita Rose, Julie Perkins, David Riviera. I'm scrolling fast, so I'm sorry if I miss you. Just trying to shout people out on the fly. You know, Kirk Alton. You know, just making sure it kind of hit people. Indy! Hitting people as I scroll through, man. Let people feel appreciated, man. It's nice to do that, man. You know, it don't cost no money. Make somebody feel good for a second. You know, shout them out. Acknowledge them. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a beautiful thing when we all stick together, work together. You know, it's kind of nice when we do that. I like that. All right, folks, so we'll jump into some news, man. I'm going to do it while we got it, man. I'm going to drop it like it's hot, baby. Hey, did y'all hear that Snoop Dogg lost 5 million followers? Because he went to that Trump event and he sang a song? Damn. He lost 5 million people. 5 million? I thought everybody loved Snoop. His fans was like, not no more. For shizzle, my nizzle. Get Trump to follow you around his stinking internet. Since you won't be a sellout. You up here selling brothers and sisters out. Rolling with that other white guy when you should be supporting the other white guy that was up there. The election is over. You know, I don't know, man. No wonder the Democrats lost. They don't even know the election's over. They probably forgot to vote. They stuck in a time warp. They think the election's still going on. They're still like Cuba Gooden. Like Cuba Gooden and what was it? How to Survive in South Central? That ain't it. Friday. That ain't it. Boys in the Hood. Remember Cuba was pumping and punching the sky. I'm tired of this. That was Kamala Harris supporters. That was D.L. Hugley. what's his name? Piles? Him and Piles. I'm tired of that. Anybody see Bill Burr's monologue on SNL? Came out, he punched Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris right in the loser column. He came out, he said, well, ladies, you're 0 for 2. Yeah, 0 for 2. Bam! Yeah, that was good, man. They all 0 for 2, man. The ladies can't beat Trump. Couldn't do it. Could not beat him. He said the problem was the pantsuits. That's what it was. All right, guys, look, I got a couple things I'm going to jump into, man, make it interesting. It's a lot going on, man. I'm going to try to make it very interesting because it ain't going to be easy. Because some people watch the show and they be like, they kind of like politics and they think they want to know what's going on with the world. I'm going to try to make this as basic and as real as humanly possible. Let's start with this. Okay, so my first story. The Democratic Party. All of a sudden, they want to, protest a lot. Yeah, they protesting all over the place, man. It's getting kind of crazy how much protesting the Democrats are doing. I saw that they were up at the Department of Education. For what reason, I really don't know. But turns out they needed to get an escort and make an appointment. I ain't never seen so many entitled people in one place at one time. A bunch of entitled millionaires. Not used to being told, oh, you need a reservation. Excuse me, ma'am, you need a reservation. I understand that. I understand, but look, I'm just trying to do my job, and you need okay, I understand. It got bad, y'all. Check this out.
They know that we are here. Max, ask the question again. That's the important one.
Were you told, are you making this decision to stand in front of the store on your own behalf, on behalf of the Department of Education, or were you told to come out here and block members of Congress from going to the desk?
I'm doing my job.
So everybody's freelancing.
What is that?
We're doing our jobs.
We're trying to save your job.
It's a non-responsive.
Show them your ID. Were you told to stand here, or did you decide to stand here and block members of Congress from entering the Department of Education?
To federal buildings.
We're allowed in there.
This kind of dumbass question is that? What kind of course he was told to do this. What you think he is trying to get a promotion? Of course someone sit him down there and say, don't let your tired ass in here. Think he wants to take this abuse? Look at the guy's face. It's like, in his head, he's vacationing right there in his mind. He on a vacation. Thinking to himself, like, can I quit now? Is with that car payment? I don't know, if I'm already a month behind. Can't really quit now. What if I punch this guy here with the bad hairline to my right? If I punch him, he looks like his jaw's made of glass. This is how they treat our, workers. This is how they treat us. Not so much in love with the essential workers today, were they? Because they weren't getting the answers that they wanted.
So a private security contractor
Do you know who members of Congress are?
Members of
Sure,
Congress.
we're all members of Congress.
Maybe he doesn't understand. Do you
A private
understand who
security
members of Congress
contractor
are?
is making the decision to block members of Congress from a public access entrance.
I don't think he knows.
You have the authority
what
as a
Congress
private
is or
security
what we
contractor to block members of Congress. That has been knighted and granted to you.
You have to at least let us go to the desk.
The Democratic Party is full of Karens. The Democratic Party is full of annoying Karens. Yes, they are. proof right here. This is what this is.
Yeah.
Sending the guns out.
As many
Oh
decorations you
my,
want,
look
nothing's
at
going
that.
to change.
Who told
They
you to
sending the
do
guns
this?
out.
Open the door.
I'll see you now.
So do you understand who members of Congress
I
are?
got it, yeah.
Well,
And you don't
who
care.
are we then?
I got the job to do.
You don't care.
We have a job to do.
We're not dangerous people. We're not. I don't know. We're members security. There are no thieves and thugs out here. We're members of Congress. We're parents. We're teachers. Each of us.
What part of you can't come in? Or we not comprende? No comprende? No DI. Kicketh, rocketh.
There's our ID, right
We
there.
were elected to do this.
This is our
I've
job.
never seen one.
This is our job. We're doing our job.
Oh wow.
You're securing this building against who?
Members of Congress.
Who are you
The people.
protecting in
That's
this?
members of the People's
So
House
this
who
is the
represent the
beginning of
people.
full transparency of this administration.
That's right.
The administration that talked about they're going to open the doors to all of these things and show the American public what is going on. They won't
Transparency.
even open the door to this building.
Wah, wah, wah. I can't get in and do a grandstand. I can't get in and pout. Wah. Are they staging an insurrection?
To
Go to the
members of
visitor
Congress.
desk.
Or
We are
anyone.
not posing any threat here.
Not
No, we are not
whatsoever.
dangerous people. We have not
They
done
won't even
anything.
let us
We're
talk to
trying
the
to
Department of
request
Education
a meeting, and they have a private security contractor who on his own is making decisions on behalf of the Department of Education.
On his own, huh? That's what you think. You think he's decided to get out his... All right, Black Magic, I ain't gonna do the curse charge this shit. You mean to tell me you actually believe this guy got out his bed today and said, I'm gonna go down to the Department of Education and stand in front of it and stop Congress people. I'm working on my own authority. Me, Joe Blow, by myself. I'm just gonna go down here and do that. That's what you think. You don't think he wasn't hired to stop people from coming in here starting shit? Because they already know that you're going to come down here and start some stuff? Let's fast forward a little bit, guys. This is a little bit longer. Look at my guy's expression. Look at this. He needs a raise immediately. Look at this guy. Look at his face. His expression says it all, man. And all of a sudden, I guess we got no concerns about COVID-19, do we? All of a sudden, everyone's, I see no mask and a bunch of hot, heavy breathing, pissed off Karens and Kens. I don't know what this lady is. What is this lady? I want to see what pissed him off, so but let's go back a little bit here.
The contractor is not allowing me to enter the building.
They allow billionaires to go into this
at the
building, but not the people's
all-access
representatives. They
The
allow billionaires
all-access
and their cronies to go in, but not. There's a lack of transparency here. The members of Congress, the people's representatives, are not allowed in. This is not transparency.
They're locking our kids out.
Yeah.
Well, not only are they not letting us in, now they've called the Department of Homeland Security. We are members
Yay!
of Congress
Stay
here to
here now,
talk
for real,
with
yeah.
the Department of Education. They're
And I
blocking
want you to
us.
see this man here.
Contractor.
We are members of Congress.
Come in.
They're
and
blocking
I want you
us.
to see this man here, who is a federal employee. He told
No,
us.
he's not.
Are you a federal employee? Huh?
Yes.
No, he said he's a federal employee. We pay him. We raise money to make sure that we have a Department of Education. Everybody that's hired.
Look how polite this guy's being. He's being so polite. This guy, buy him a beer. You see this guy in real life, buy him a beer, pay for him to get a massage wherever he likes, big steak dinner, whatever he likes. He has the patience of Job. The patience of Job. Look at him.
at the Department of Education are here because we pay for them to be here. He's standing here today, blocking the door.
And let him do his goddamn job, lady. That's all. Hey, man, the Democrats are doing nothing but showing up to make a scene. That's it. That's why they're filming this. Who do you think's filming it? Them. Why are they doing it? I don't know, to make a scene. That's it. And like maybe people in there working. You didn't come to do any work here. If you came to do some official business, you wouldn't just show up, right? You'd have an appointment, right? Okay, according to my research, guys, several Democratic members of Congress attempted to enter the Department of Education to seek information about President Trump's reported plans to dismantle the agency. Why? They think Trump's in there? Is that what they're going to do? Go talk to Trump? They were denied entry by security personnel who cited the need for an appointment or an escort.
And he can't give us a good reason why he's blocking this door.
Make sure they see right here, all access entrance.
Well, and I think it should be clear to parents in the United States, if you want to advocate on behalf of your children, you are not allowed to come into this building where you pay taxes. Parents who have children who are disabled, access is being blocked. You voted.
Watch, she gonna bring up some suffering that black people go through. Watch it. She left something out. Let's see if she goes there.
You voted for members of Congress to advocate on behalf of your children. Children with disabilities, for young women who have been victims of sexual assault in our classrooms, on our school grounds. Members of OCR are fighting for your children. We are not allowed in the building to talk to them. We are not allowed to advocate on.
Is that what you came here to do? I thought you just came here to start some shit. You came here to advocate for children? Why aren't you doing that in Congress? Why are you doing that here? The children aren't here. The children are at school. There are no children here, ma'am. Go do your job. You know, they get paid to do a job. Their job is not here. Democrats are real good at looking like they're doing something when they ain't doing nothing, Johnson. When they are just performing, showing their ass, just doing a damn theatrical. They're doing a play. They call this one bats, as in dingbats, not cats. Dingbats. That's what this is. This is a musical. Okay. Pirates of Currents. The Karen. One flew over the Karen's cuckoo nest. This is
On behalf of America's children, America, we have a problem.
Now, everybody
I came to grandstand. I want some airtime. This is annoying. And then here comes Maxine again. Because she got to talk again. Because you didn't hear it the first time.
All right, so this is the Department of Education. You've got members.
Look them in the eye. Come on, hold your face up. Look at him. Let him see you. This is him. Look at it. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that ID again.
Giving you the ID, I showed it to you.
So what?
I showed you the ID.
You do what?
I showed you the ID.
Could you let me see the ID again? Huh?
No.
No? Will someone else ask him for the ID? Will you ask him for it? He won't let me see.
This guy is a professional, man. He's done this before. He's had to ignore rude Karens before. Yeah, he's had to ignore them before, man. He's too good at this. This is advanced level ignore bullshit. You know? That's what this is. This guy's highly trained, man. Wax on, wax off. He's very gifted in his ability, but very disciplined. Not to allow any of them to distract him, to enrage him, to get under his skin at all. He is emotionless. He left his body an hour ago. It's a shell of himself there, just saying the words that are necessary. I love this guy.
It again. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. They didn't see it.
What does...
To stay.
I guess.
the ID. Will you ask him for it? He won't let.
She doesn't even know where she is. Why are you asking her to answer his ID? She can't see anything. She's 96. The fact that she's standing unassisted is a major miracle. What do you want, Maxine? The answer is no. He said it politely. It's no. He didn't make it up. It's just what he was told to say and not to let you in.
Let me see it again. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. They didn't see it.
Excuse me?
Are you prepared to stand here all night if we decide to stay?
I guess, yeah.
All right, well, you just stay right there then. You just stay and stand.
Why are you letting us go to that desk like we were able to do last time? Refusing to let us in.
His name is
And
Jim
right here.
Harefield.
What's his name?
His name is Jim Harefield.
And right here, they have armed officers as well, acting like we're dangerous. A year ago, I'd be able to walk into this building.
Well, it ain't a year ago, sir. Now, get your candy ass off the steps. It's over. You lost. And this is a waste of time. And this is why you lost. Because you like to perform. You like to perform more than you like to govern. What's this got to do with helping kids? What's this got to do with improving education? What does this have to do with anything that will affect our schools positively? Absolutely nothing. That's why you're all doing it. You're doing it because it's easy. This is easy to show up, come down here and get a photo op. This is easy. Go do something that makes the schools better. That's why they want to shut this shit down. I'm almost done here, guys. Let's go to another clip.
For young women who have been victims.
We want in.
Tell them what it says on the door.
All access entry. You mentioned the Department of Education. What do you think when you saw Democratic lawmakers trying to get into the Department of Education earlier today?
Oh, I see the same ones. I see Maxine Waters, a lowlife. I see, all these people. They don't love our country. They don't love our country. We want great education. So they rank 40 countries in education. We're ranked dead last. But the good news is we're number one in one category. You know what that is? Cost per pupil. We spend more per pupil than any other country in the world. You look at Norway, Denmark, Sweden, various countries all up and down, Finland, China does very well in education. And then you look at us. We spend much more money than they do per pupil or any other way. But we spend much more money than they do, and yet we're ranked this year, Biden's last year, congratulations, Joe, we're ranked dead last. So what I want to see is education. Number one, I like choice. We all like choice. But beyond choice, long beyond choice, I want to see it go back to the states where great states that do so well have no debt. They're operated brilliantly. They'll be as good as Norway or Denmark or Sweden or any of the other highly ranked countries. They'll be, you probably have 35 to 38 states will be right at the top. And the rest will come along. They'll have to come along competitively. And by the way, we'll be spending a lot less money. And we'll have great education.
Okay, guys. Well, let's get some facts to go with what was just said here. Okay, so first of all, I can't neither confirm or deny Trump's claim about being dead last, about America coming in last. Now, it's true to say we're not burning up the charts when it comes to education. I saw it's like 14 for math and 15 or 16 for reading or something. It was not impressive. But there are various lists. So I don't know what list he's talking about because there are, of course, more than 40. He said in the bottom of 40. I don't know what 40 that is. There are less than 40 states in the European Union. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, so let's keep going. But he was accurate. He's accurate about the amount of money we spend. The United States spends more per child, K through 12, than any other developed country. That's taken from the 2022 average spending per student was $16,310. So yeah, we are paying more, and we're not in number one. I didn't see where we crack above 15 in any category. Okay, so math, science, reading, not good. Okay, so that's the first thing. So he's not crazy. Our education system is not great, and we do pay the most. Okay, Now for some more specifics. So what is it about the Department of Education that has so many people upset? What are they doing wrong? What are the issues? Is this all fabricated by Trump? Is Trump just pulling stuff out? Because that's what people love to say. Well, the Department of Education has some established concerns. People have been voicing concerns about how it functions, centralization concerns. Critics argue about overreach. They say, hey, you guys should not be controlling our local education from the federal government. You shouldn't have a say in how we federally how we educate our children on the state and local level. Some believe education should be made primarily at the state local levels, concerns about standardized requirements, diminishing local controls. Then people say it's just not effective. They say they question whether the department has improved the educational outcomes. It's important to note there wasn't always a Department of Education. I think it was Jimmy Carter who founded the Department of Education in the 70s. Is that accurate? I think I read that somewhere. Okay. People criticize various initiatives like No Child Left Behind, debates over standardized testing requirements and their impact, questions about the department's role in addressing achievement gaps, concerns about bureaucratic inefficiency, size of the department's budget, debates over how funds are allocated and distributed, questions about regulatory burden on schools and teachers. Then, of course, there's political controversies, like we've been seeing with Trump and MAGA. Conservatives call for abolishing the department entirely. They want to get rid of it. Debates over federal influence on curriculum, teaching standards, the whole thing about LGBTQ in the schools. And there was the concerns about Black history, racism, how much that should be taught. Just various issues that we're all very much aware of the last couple of years. Civil rights enforcements, disagreements over policies, school choice, vouchers, the list goes on. Then, of course, you got your student loans. Criticism of the department's handling of student loan programs, debate over loan forgiveness policies, questions about oversight of for-profit colleges, concern about rising student debt levels. So these are all concerns. And these didn't just start with Trump, and it didn't just start today. It wasn't like Trump comes in and now these are things. No, this is stuff, these are issues that people have been raising for years. What's the solution? I don't know. But here's the thing. Here's the deal for me. Hey, if you spend more per child than any other country in the developing world, and you don't have the results to show for it, something needs to change. Why is it that it seems the Democrats were fine under Biden not doing a damn thing? And under Trump, they upset because Trump wants to do some damn things. Now, there's probably a nice medium to be at, but you sat around for 4 years with Biden doing basically nothing. The problems stay as they are, and you were quiet. I didn't see these people running down to the Department of Education to check on how the education was going. They weren't there. Now, Trump's in office. He's talking about making radical changes. At least now people are focused on education. That's nice. That's good. I tend to believe if you're not going to do something about it, if you're not going to shake it up, then what good are you? It'd be different, guys, if we were doing well. It'd be different if all the schools were performing well and children were learning. And let's keep it real. When it comes to Black schools, in the inner cities, for instance, those ain't schools. Those are pipelines to prison. Boxes preparing you for jail in little warrior academies. A lot of those schools are underfunded, understaffed, and under-resourced. Or a lot of them are just closed down, boarded up. So miss me with the whole, the Department of Education, oh, it's such a cornerstone of the. Yeah, I know a lot of people work for it. I get it. A lot of people work for it. But how effective is it? Like I said, it'd be different if it was kicking ass. It'd be different if you could say, hey, man, we're in the top 5 of everything. Why is Trump doing this? See, because I know it's always going to be people that are going to side with the Democrats on this. Just because I had a knee-jerk response. They're not even going to consider the fact that Trump ain't trying to sabotage it. It sucks already. If Trump didn't care, or if his administration didn't give a shit, he wouldn't do anything. And just let it be what it is. I mean, as it is, our public school system is not working for the average student. And the average black student is not working even less. It's working even less. All right? So when you're faced with that kind of predicament, I don't know if you got any room to say, hey, leave it as it is. Leave it alone. Nah, don't leave it alone. Leaving it alone is what got us to where we are. Do you want better schools or you don't want better schools? What if you try something and it doesn't work? You can always go back to hire a bunch of people to sit in a building downtown D.C. and do whatever they're doing. Push paper. All right, that's what I got on this. I say give it a shot. I say that's what it means when you lose elections. What's happened, guys, I believe, is Trump got in there, they messed around. Democrats messed around, they ran Kamala Harris. No, they messed around. They messed around and they poked the bear. They poked the damn bear. You know? They poked him. They've been dragging Trump for 10 years, 15 years, some crazy number. Since 2014. Been dragging him down. Ever since Obama made him the butt of jokes at that press correspondence dinner thing, a White House correspondence dinner, when he roasted Trump in front of a room full of elites and Democrats and politicians and journalists. The die was cast. Then you ran Biden, or then you ran Hillary. You know, you created this. This whole situation has been created by the Democratic Party, not doing their due diligence, not handling their damn business. And this is what happens. See, when you lose elections, other people lose. Well, other people win. When you lose an election, by default, somebody else wins. What happened is the monkey wrench in this all is that there's somebody with different ideas. There's a different plan. You're not used to that. You're kind of used to, you go a little this way, they go a little that way, and you're basically still on the same track. Well, Trump's coming in saying, bump your track. Let's do something different. Let's shake this all up. I don't like this. Let's clear the deck. Let's hit it with a bomb. And now the Democrats are caught slipping. For all the people that were in my comment section, Project 2025, Project 2025. Everybody was singing, Project 2025. Well, now that Trump's in office, why y'all sitting there like y'all didn't expect him to do nothing? All you kept telling me is how wrong I was, how he was going to change everything. And you know what? Now that he's changing everything, I want to see what happens. Yeah, I want to see what he's changing it into. Because as it is, black people are on the bottom of the list in every category. So I want to see what happens when he makes the changes. Because if we're already on the bottom, where are we going to go? By definition, you can't get no lower. Maybe if you were sitting on the bottom, you see it my way. All right, let's keep going, guys. Happy thoughts this Friday. It's Friday. It's early in the show. I'm a teeth chipper. We're going to get there tonight, though. Tonight, we're going to be cooking tonight, baby. We're going to be cooking. Get it up for that episode, that segment. Yeah, we got some stuff going on, man. Okay, this one will be brief. Hit the like button for us, guys. If you're here in the house, Johnson, hit the like button. Let them know you're watching it if you're on Facebook or if you're on X. Holler at me, holler at me, holler at me. Now check this out, guys. We so you already know about what's happening with the Department of Education. We just covered that. You know what's happening with the U.S. Aid Agency. We covered that yesterday very extensively. I have a new video out on my channel covering the updates on the U.S. Aid Agency. Guess what? The Pentagon. Yeah, baby. The big kahuna. Let's go.
That includes a Pentagon audit, which to the Marines out there, y'all got to figure it out. And we appreciate that. Lean and mean. We are going to focus heavily to ensure that at a bare minimum, by the end of 4 years, the Pentagon passes a clean audit. The American taxpayers deserve that. They deserve to know where their $850 billion go, how it's spent, and make sure it's spent wisely. It used to be that if you called for an audit, somehow you were undermining the department. I believe the exact opposite. I believe we are accountable for every dollar we spend, and every dollar of waste we find or redundancy is a dollar we can invest somewhere else, as President Trump has committed directly to rebuilding our nation's military. So rebuilding our military is key.
Yeah, so look, guys, I support this. Yeah, I support this, man. Do people understand how much money that's gone missing in the Pentagon? Like $1 trillion, their last audit. I can't remember when it was, but they were like $1 trillion, like they didn't even know where it went. Like, I don't know, I thought you had it. I thought you had it. I thought you were gonna lock up them $1 trillion. I thought you were gonna watch it. I thought you were watching it, Bill. I took my eye off it for a second. I had to go to the bathroom. Elma made me some chili and it must have went off. It was off, I think, and I was in there for a while. I thought you were going to stand here and watch the $1 trillion. Folks, how you lose $1 trillion? The Pentagon lost $1 trillion, at least $1 trillion, and no one went to jail. No, nothing happened. Everybody still showed up for work. Everybody just went about their business like nothing happened. Do you understand how much waste there is in the U.S. government, the system itself? I think people have not wrapped their heads around fully how horrible our government runs. People think it runs well. No, when you complain about America, you say this is wrong in America, that's wrong with America. Some of it's just because we got a bunch of people stealing and pilfering. You think only people steal in third world countries or brown and black countries? Huh? That's what you think? You think those are the only people that'll pocket money? You think the Nigerians are the only scam artists on the globe? Huh? I hear all the stereotypes. I hear you talking. I be in comment sections. Some of y'all think only certain people have bad systems. No, you don't have to go south of the border to have cops on the take, politicians on the take. Right here. Right here, baby. Right here. Right here. So look, anybody who has a problem with any agency being audited, you get the side eye perpetually. It's hard for me to understand why you wouldn't want your books to be balanced. That's right. So yeah, there should be no pushback on this at all. I can't understand why it would be. Unlike the Department of Education, how many friends you got at the Pentagon? And even if you do have friends at the Pentagon, do they have anything to do with the money? So let's go ahead and sharpen the pencil. Let's find out what's on the books. And that money, my goal, see, my thing is this. In order to say, hey, we need to spend more money on XYZ, if we can get the money out of the government, they got no excuse but to spend the money on our stuff. Right? Without raising taxes. If the money is already here, then that's going to give them less room to deny, won't it? Now, I'm sure they will try to deny, but we have more bargaining chips. So there's a lot of reasons why I support it. I hope you do too. Whether we do or not, it don't really make a difference because it's already going to happen. And once again, why not try something new? How about balancing your budget? How about balancing and be able to account for the money that the Pentagon spends? Let's give it a try. Okay. I like that idea. I like that idea. I think it's a good idea. Like saying, hey, I'm going to clean my room. Well, that's a great idea, son. Go out here and clean your room. My youngest son, turned 16. Yeah, clean up, Dad. I've already taken out the trash. You don't even got to tell me. Oh, great. Fantastic. What a novel idea. My son took out the trash, and I'm getting ready to do the dishes. What? Man, I'm glad I made you. We did all right. But that's how I feel about this, man. Go ahead and do the thing. Yes. Balance the damn books. Next. Well, I forgot what she's talking about here. Oh, I know what this is about. This is a good one. So look, man, people have been saying Trump is going to be petty. People been complaining that Trump is going to be petty. I remember Charles Barkley said Trump going to be petty. I just won't. I already know what he's going to do. He's going to go in there and be terrible. I'm going to go in there. He's going to earn it. He's going to go in there. He's going to be terrible. He's going to go in there and he's going to have an axe to grind with everybody. He's just going to be terrible. He's going to be hard on everybody. He's going to go after and try to settle scores. He's going to settle scores. And Charles is right. Yeah, Charles is right, man. Trump is settling scores, man. Ain't no way, like, I try not to go with the flow of the Democrats, but, yeah. Yeah, he's settling scores.
Out front tonight, the breaking news: President Trump just moments ago announcing that he is removing former President Biden's access to classified information. Now, that includes putting an end to his daily intelligence briefings and also revoking his security clearance. The president writing there is, quote, no need for Joe Biden to continue receiving access to classified information. Going on to say he set this precedent in 2021 when he instructed the intelligence community to stop the 45th president of the United States, me, exclamation point, from accessing details on national security, a courtesy provided to former presidents. The Her report revealed Biden suffers from poor memory and even in his prime could not be trusted with sensitive information. He goes on to say, I will always protect our national security. Joe, you're fired. Make America great again. This move, like so many others that we have seen in just the last couple of weeks.
Hold on a second. I got to pause for a second just to admire how petty that was. You gotta admit, that was petty as hell. Oh, that was petty. He said Biden, he forgets things, he's incompetent anyway. What we need him reading stuff for? He forget what he read. He wasn't even competent before when he was competent. He couldn't be trusted to shut up when he was competent. Damn. You said you're fired, Joe. Actually, I guess, yeah.
It's about payback. You may recall Biden revoked Trump's access to intelligence weeks after the January 6th attack, at the time saying this.
I just think that there is no need for him to have that intelligence briefing. What value is giving him an intelligence briefing? What impact does he have at all, other than the fact he might slip and say something?
Jeff Zeleny.
Yeah, Biden's that. He ain't no wallflower. Biden's he sent that over the bow. He struck first blood. Yeah, he swept the leg. That was him. He started it. People call each other saying, so I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's petty. But in order for somebody to get petty, they gotta have reason. That was the reason. You know what I'm saying? I mean, somebody called Trump is 50 Cent level petty. You know what I'm saying? He's not quite 50 Cent level petty, but he's pretty petty. I mean, got 50 Cent over here dancing on the Irv Gotti's grave. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of petty. It's like, damn, I wanted Irv to see my new show, my new tour. Damn. New shows I was putting out. Wanted to see his reaction, see his face when I make another meal. Another 10 meal. I don't know. That was kind of petty, but then I had to remember that Irv Gotti, he kind of put holes in 50's career, so that's kind of something. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, I don't know if you could say that it's wrong to get someone back. Typically, I don't have the power to get people back when they do me dirty. You know, typically, they do me dirty. I can't get to their ass. So I have to eventually let it go because it's like, you know, out of my control, so just leave it alone. But if you had the access to get people back who dogged you out, would you do it? Talking to you. Like, seriously, if somebody screwed you over and you could get them back, would you get them back when you had the opportunity, or would you be the better person? We'd all like to say we'd, you know, be the better person, but that's what we would like to say. I know all of y'all kissed by an angel, right? I'm the only person that gets pissed off, huh? I'm the only one with an anger management problem, huh? Just me. Everybody else is, you know, a saint. Okay. All right. I'm going to hold you to that.
Is out front live at the White House for us tonight. So, Jeff, is this really more of a tit for tat? What's behind all of this?
Well, it's definitely a tit for tat. There's no question about that. And President Biden clearly has been on the mind of his successor quite often. We've heard it in day after day, speech after speech. President Trump still referring to President Biden. He did it in today's economic report. He did it in a speech yesterday. But look, this is something that the president, as he was flying down to Mar-a-Lago, where he's spending the weekend, posted on social media out of the blue that he decided to revoke the daily classified briefings. There's no doubt that this...
Nah, he was scrolling. He saw some shit. Trump's online. He's on X or whatever, Truth Social, whatever he's on. And he sees something. Maybe he saw this. I don't think it was totally out of the blue. Maybe he saw the clip.
Ask you then something that you do have oversight of as president. Should former President Trump still receive intelligence briefings?
I think not.
Why not?
Because of his erratic behavior unrelated to the insurrection.
I mean, you've called him an existential threat. You've called him dangerous. You've called him reckless.
Yeah, I have, and I believe it.
What's your worst fear if he continues to get these intelligence briefings?
I'd rather not speculate out loud. I just think that there is no need for him to have that intelligence briefing. What value is giving him an intelligence briefing? What impact does he have at all, other than the fact he might slip and say something?
Yeah, maybe Trump saw the cold clip and was like, you know what? Get him. Yeah, man. Yeah. He let his ass have it. Hey, look, I don't got a problem with it. I don't see what Biden brings to the table other than call a friend and ask him to read it to him. I mean, at this point, what good is Biden really? What purpose? I don't know. Flip it back. Like, what purpose would it really serve? You know what I'm saying? Let's finish it out. Let's see if there's anything else said
Just
here.
one in a series of steps. Right after President Trump took office, he revoked the security clearances for several former officials. So this is a continuation of that, if you will. But there's no question when President Biden made those comments you just played there, Erica, he could not have envisioned or imagined that Donald Trump would be back in the White House only 4 years later.
No.
Ow! Yeah, baby. See, when other people talk about this, and not, you know, I'm talking about corporate hacks. I'm not talking about, you know, people that we rock with, people that are independent. They call it straight. I'm not talking about those people. But they're going to fail to mention how snide Biden was when he did this his first time. You know, it was unprecedented him doing this. It's common practice that presidents retain their classified status. He did that just to dump on Trump. He had no idea it was going to turn around and bite him in the ass. It shot me in the ass. Got me in the ass. It's the kind of guy you want to punch in the ass. That's what Biden said. He's the kind of guy you want to punch in the ass. So yeah, Biden was petty first. He had just beat Trump. He just knocked him out of the office. He had all these indictments cooking on the books, waiting on his ass. And Biden felt, hey, he not down far enough. Let's kick sand in his face. So when you put it in that perspective, yeah, it's still petty. But sometimes you gotta be petty to the grass. Yeah. Petty Pendergrass has his moments. Petty Wright. Yeah. Sometimes, Petty Rose. Yeah, sometimes it's right. More Petty Blues. All right, let's keep going, John. Still got a couple more. Hit the like button, guys, if you like the show so far. I know it's Friday. Your wine, the wine glass is calling you. Maybe something else is calling y'all. All my weed smokers out there, look. It's okay to partaketh. Just don't leave yet. I got a great finish upper. My last segment tonight is going to be an ass kicker. Okay, so you want to be here for the last segment, but I'm saving that for last. Okay. I forgot what this clip is. Let me see. This is Biden security clearance, Department of Education. We covered that. Oh, Doge to do the audit Pentagon. Biden security removed. Well, look, guys, let's roll the dice. Department of Education, we covered all that. Okay, let's see what this is. I'll be as surprised as you.
The words "end racism" from the end zone.
This is a good one, guys. Okay, so let me get over here. Well, let me jump back on the screen first to set it up. Okay, testing. Everybody hit the like button. Remember, go to the Tim Black mug. This is water. Go to the Tim Black mug shop. Go to timblackmug.com. Pick yourself up on one of the Tim Black legacy mugs. It's politics for the people. It's only $20. Microwave safe. Dishwasher safe. Face safe. Tim Black mug. Independent media, baby. Tim Black show. I want to shout out all my VIP people that support the show, that disagree but still keep rocking, and those that agree wholeheartedly and keep on rolling and sharing with their friends. Thank you for doing what you do. We're still growing. We just hit 187,000 subscribers. So give it up for that. Yeah, man. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Now, God, I remember when I was with the lefty people, and I was at 130, and I was like still the biggest black independent media with the lefty type people, you know? And that's something. Then I come over here and I'm doing black news, and there are a lot of black news people that cover politics that are way bigger than me. I wonder what it is. You know? That's strange, isn't it? When I was with the people that say, we're against racism, we're the good whites, we're the progressive whites. I was at 130,000 subscribers, and that was like amazing. Like, I was the biggest like in the country. There was no one bigger than me in the country on the so-called progressive side. That was 4 years ago. So there must be DEI, huh? I guess the progressives didn't get a DEI course. I guess progressive viewers and progressive audiences didn't get their DEI. They need a DEI director to come talk to them, put them through some classes. Yeah, because it wasn't like there wasn't a progressive audience. I mean, the home of the progressives is at like 5 million. I couldn't even get 10% of their audience to tune into me. That's crazy. I'm just saying, just think about it. And like now with a lot of black folks like Phil, Scott, you know, there's so many people, you know. TD Media, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, man. Black Authority, you know, all these people that, you know, do politics, black politics from a black perspective, you know. And A lot of them are just as big or bigger. A lot of people's names. There are people more conservative, but they cover black politics, you know. Just saying, I notice these things. Which brings me to my next story. See, it's not enough to put we are progressive or we woke as fuck or Black Lives Matter. None of that matters if you really ain't putting in the work. None of it matters if your actions don't match your rhetoric. That's why the people that are upset about what the NFL is doing, it make me laugh, Johnson. Yeah, the NFL is removing the end zone marker that says end racism. People are pissed off about that. People are once again talking about boycotting the NFL because they're removing the end racism thing that's written on the ground. Yeah. Let's run the tape.
The words end racism from the end zone. The NFL is removing the words end racism from the end zone ahead of Super Bowl Sunday. It's the first time that those words will not be stenciled in at least one of the end zones since February of 2021. Despite some big changes in Washington recently, the commissioner of America's most popular sports league says his organization is committed to continuing diversity initiatives. Mike Silver is a national columnist at The Athletic. He has been reporting on this and joins us now for more on Sunday's big game. Mike, thank you so much for being with us. You have spoken to your sources who tell you that the NFL is going to be removing the words end racism from the end zones, and they're going to be stenciling in choose love instead. What's behind the change?
Well, Nancy, this was a very conscious decision by the league. And it can only be framed under the prism of what's going on politically. So many institutions, as you know, are either voluntarily or involuntarily moving away from DEI and other shows of anti-racism.
Your mic sucks. This dude don't got a mic? He's using earbuds? Really? Really?
In this country. And so it coalesces with the expected attendance of the president, which is the first time a sitting president will attend a Super Bowl. They made that decision, told the people up high, this is what we're doing. And then a couple of days later, the commissioner went out and did stick up for DEI in his press conference.
Have you been able to get a sense of how that decision is sitting with the players?
You know, it's interesting. Players are far less galvanized than they were when this practice started, and that was in the wake of the George Floyd sparked protests and the civil unrest in the summer of 2020. Back then, the constituency, and especially the players within the NFL, was very, very motivated to try to affect change and make these type of statements. It was a topic of discussion in every locker room. This last season, we saw some players dancing, doing the Trump dance in celebration. So things have definitely shifted within NFL locker rooms to some degree for now. I've not heard a lot of players expressing, any sort of displeasure with this, but I will be talking to them in the coming days, and I would imagine that some of them are pretty upset.
I can imagine that some of them don't give a shit. Listen here, Chuckles. We good? Mike's good. Check this out, man. No one gives a shit. I mean, people might, let me correct myself. There are going to be people that pretend to care because somebody told them they should. Okay? And so many people that put out content that say they care because they think they can get viewership off of it. But in the real world, anybody that's racist doesn't look down to the ground and go, look at that N-word. Oh, yeah, I should end the way I end racism instead. No one does that. No one does that. You're preaching to the choir. You are preaching to the choir. It's not like a stop sign. Stop signs only work because people think they might have a car wreck or they might get a ticket. That's why stop signs work. And still people don't stop. You understand what I'm saying? Telling people in racism, I don't even know what that means. Choose love. It's basically the same thing. Isn't that what you want people to do? Choose love? You know, instead of in racism, like both. How about just stop watching this and go spend time with your kids? How about that? How about that be the message? Go throw the ball around with your son. Have some fun. You know what I'm saying? How about that be the message? That'd be a better signature thing. Yeah, it's just that I don't believe that it impacts anybody in any way other than to give a news cycle. It helps journalists make a living. You announcing this, you putting this out, it was just an appeasement. It's all about what was done, you know? And how do you end the way people think? How do you end the mentality of someone? I mean, that's got to be a person. It's got to be. It's a lot more on the individual to want to do that. And no matter how many signs you put up, I doubt it has an impact on what people decide to do for themselves. It takes internal work for somebody to understand the things that are subconsciously making them bad people. They gotta identify it. They gotta first become aware of it. To identify it, it takes a lot of self-work. Most people just don't take the time. And I'm talking about people that are, you know, implicitly biased, which are who may have feelings they don't even know about. You know, it's not even intentional. It's just the way they were raised, and it's things built up in their culture, it's in their subconscious. I'm not talking about the flaming racist, because flaming racist, you know, it's like telling a heroin addict, stop using heroin. You're like, yeah, okay. Got any? You know, so that's not going to actually do anything. It's like telling a sexaholic, you know, stop screwing people. They'd be like, you find me attractive? You know, so those people, they're just, what I'm saying is, talking. It's like a Democrat thing. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. It is going to change something. Let's come up with all the words. Let's say all the things in front of people and take a victory lap and perform this. And that's really not what it's about. So I'm not upset about the NFL canceling this. It's cool. Anybody, in my opinion, this is not non-issue. Yeah, go ahead and play football. Get back to playing football. Have a good time. Be the pastime sport, the bread and circus, and you know, distract us from reality of how shitty our lives are. And we can live vicariously through the people that are playing and escape our problems for a couple of hours. That's what football should be. I'm fine for us to get back to that. And I'm off that. And I think most of America's off that. It's cynical. You know, it did it. That helped. You know, how much did it help? People, like a lot of things that were instituted with George Floyd, they're gone now. They went away. There was some goodwill for about 2 seconds, and then people was like, okay, done with that. They went back to what they were doing, you know? Sort of like if you were here 9/11. 9/11, guys. Woo! 9/11 for a good 2 months. Everybody was American, man. I was American. The Asian dude next to me was American. You know, white dudes. We was all of us, black, white, Latino, Asian, all of us were Americans. We didn't see the rest of that, you know? For about 2 months. And it came back. Something else happened. Took our eye off the ball. But during catastrophes, during major events like that, it tend to shift the consciousness for a while, but it never stays shifted. It's not that people don't care. We are bombarded, we're overstimulated with tragedy, with horrors, with good things, bad things all the time, and with a 24/7 news cycle that's for profit. I ain't gotta tell you, I do this show 5 days a week. I'm part of it. So yeah, erase that shit. It's all good. Erasing end racism will not end racism, nor will it make racism appear. Okay, that's it. All right, guys, give it up for that. I think we did a good job of that segment. feel good about it. I hope you feel good about it. Okay. Hey, I've been, I was getting prepared for this show tonight, and I was wondering, where is DL Hugley? Where's DL? Did anybody check on him? Yeah, I was like, damn, where is DL Hugley? So, I was thinking, has he recovered? Yeah, because the last time I heard DL was still licking his wounds, man. He was on Instagram putting out content, still crying about Kamala's loss. I was like, it got to the point I just stopped covering it because it became downright embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where I felt like I was beating up on the crippled children, You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. You don't want to beat up on the a drunk guy will say a lot of shit and you punch him and he falls. And it's funny for a while, but after the third punch, you feel bad because, you gotta, your hand hurts, he's sleeping. Now I'm just saying, I just felt like it wasn't right to do him like that. So I called up a friend of his, gave him a call, and then they said, Tim Black, go see DL's recent post on his YouTube channel. And I did, and it was a post. It was a post where he was complaining about white guys. Yeah, for some reason he has a bug up his ass that some guy I never heard of says something about DEI. So DEI, DL's defending DEI because he still thinks DEI mean black people. He's stuck on that shit. He wrote a biography about Obama, the guy who implemented DEI policies for LGBTQ and dreamers and shit, and the guy still thinks DEI is for black people. Hey, if you wanted more proof that he has a ghostwriter writing his books, there it is.
And financial scandals, savings and loan crisis, 1980s to 1990s, happened under Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush. Reckless banking practices caused economic collapse. The Enron scandal, 2001, took place under George W. Bush. White, Enron's fraudulent leadership, including CEO Jeffrey Skilling and Chairman Ken Lay. White led to massive losses. The 2008 financial crisis under George Bush.
If somebody sent Dale Hughley a list of all things white people have done over the years that didn't work out. So he's like reading all the things that white people have done, particularly white men, and just reading off everything they've ever done wrong and saying, see, I don't know why. It's like 60-something% of the population, yeah. Like 90% of certain populations, certain fields are all white guys. So yeah, they're gonna get a lot of shit wrong, but DL thinks he's onto something, so let's hear him out.
White caused reckless lending and deregulation by white financial institutions, not a black person among them. If you want to go into even more modern history, our debacle in terms of the way that the crisis was handled for as COVID, all white guys. It isn't competent white guys we worry about. It's that you so often forget to put in front of it. It's that you every time something, because we know that crises are going to happen. We know that they're going to happen. But what happens is that oftentimes mediocre men with a mediocre mindset surrounded by other mediocre people make bad decisions and make things worse.
You mean like Joe Biden picking Kamala Harris as his running mate? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You mean like that? See how easy that is, EDL? You used to be quick like that back in the day, bro. Remember that? We used to tell jokes back to back. Used to tell jokes. Remember that? When you used to try to tell jokes. Remember that?
What you're trying to get us to believe, Darren Beatty, is that black people, that black people are the cause of it. There's DEI, that you need competent white men in front of them. I tell you what, so many of these disasters could have been mitigated or avoided. And I won't even mention Hurricane Katrina when George.
Man, calm down, DL. Chill, baby. Now, this brother, man, DL Hugley is not okay. Something wrong with that brother, man. Y'all, what y'all did to him? Trump broke DL. He's broke. His head is broke. The man's brain is gone. He's fried. He passed half baked. He is done. He gonzo. That's it. He's over. Kaput. See it. Cancel Christmas. That brother is jumping. Jack Flash. That brother is, woo, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. That brother's gone, baby. Something wrong, man. Man, damn it, man. See, that's, his spirit is broke. He lost his comedy chops. He's got nothing. He's a shell of a human being now. He went from being the fifth funniest person in the four-man comedy team called the Kings of Comedy, and now he's just that guy on that show that, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's sad, man. He makes Steve Harvey seem funny these days. Damn. DL, come on, man.
George Bush thought it would be okay to put a dude, Brownie, in charge of our response in terms of FEMA. All of these things were governed and manipulated and caused by white people.
I wonder if you're going to blame Biden for any of this shit. Yeah, I agree with you. White people have done a lot here. Yeah, particularly presidents, because there's only been one half African president. So, yeah, I get it. I wonder if you're going to list anything that Biden did, though. Because, you know, you talk to him often. You know what you told your boy? You told your boy, Willie D. You told Willie D that you would talk to Biden often, him and Kamala. They're like old buddies of yours, personal friends. I wonder if you're going to list him about the shit he done screwed up. Like, you know, the Afghanistan withdrawal. Is that in there? Is that there? I just thought I'd check because I hear you running off names and shit white people did, but it's all Republicans. It's all Republicans. You know that mass incarceration bill that was signed by Bill Clinton. Is he in here? You gonna get to him? You gonna get to
all of them. So where's the crisis that DEI calls? I've said this before. It isn't DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, that has been at the crux of America's problems. It is GCI, greedy, corrupt, incompetent white men.
You know what's also the problem for Black America? Problem for Black America is SAs. Yeah. SOAs. Sellout. SOABMs. Sellout ass black men. And black women. Yeah, that's our problem. We get people like you that get a little bit of money, get a little bit of this, get off a little bit of buttermilk biscuits, get a little bit of honey. Woo! Look how lowering. Woo! My mouth watering. And you just jump out the gym and forget everything that matters. You become a team player on a team that don't want your ass. Just use you and throw you to the side. Yeah. That's a problem too. We got a lot of problems in this country. They don't got just one problem. If we only had one problem in America, we'd be doing good. That'd be excellent. It'd be excellent. And I'm still trying to figure out why so many comedians like D.L. Hugley. I remember D.L. said he likes Dave Chappelle said he likes D.L. Cat Williams said there will be no D.L. There'll be no D.L. Hugley slander here today. It's like, why not? Why not? Shit. I'm not disagreeing that there are mediocre white guys who get jobs. Those mediocre white guys hire mediocre black people to come in to do their bidding. Some of those black people are fantastic, but if you have no ethics and you won't stand up for your people, that's a problem. So we got various problems on many fronts. I like to focus on Black America. Look, DI doesn't mean black. The fact that you made this segment still trying to convince white people that DI, that black people not the problem, and DI just because of DI. I ain't trying to convince them of shit. I just want black people to know DI did not help us. It wasn't structured to. Obama diluted the shit out of affirmative action. The only thing that was kind of helping black people, he diluted it and sliced in all the LGBTQI people and the dreamers and every other group he could throw in and saturated and made them special consideration people Before Obama, these people were not considered special considerations. Trans was not special consideration. Then they got special consideration status. That was under Obama, the guy you wrote a book about. So stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense. Okay? DI does not mean black. So there's no reason to even do this sketch. And whatever white guy you're talking about who's saying DEI is a problem, he ain't just talking about one group of people. DEI has like 8 columns. You're only one of the 8 columns, DL. Then again, maybe you are 2 of the columns. All right, guys, I got one more segment, but this is my most important segment, guys. I want to go to hit the like button if you like the show so far. We're going to end it on a strong, I got a strong segment we're about to do, man. It's not for the temperamental, but we need to get through it, man. It's most important. First of all, I want to thank anybody that stuck around for this last segment. Thank you for being here. Now will be a good time to tip your bartender. Hit the like button. Share this out on X. Can we get to 500 views on X? Share it out on X if you're watching. X people don't do a lot of commenting, but if you could share it, that'd be fantastic. My people on YouTube, man, if you could hit the like button, let's get to 400. It helps us in the algorithm. It lets the algorithm know that people like this show. So hit the algorithm for us. We'd appreciate it. Oh, hit the like button so it hits the algorithm. Thank you. Here we go, guys. One of the things I've been covering on this channel has been the immigration issue. And I've been talking about it pretty sternly, and I've been doing my best to inform people about why immigration is important, why the border needs to be controlled, and why people need to come in legally, right? But it says part of the issue. It doesn't say the whole issue. It doesn't really explain what I see that's happening to Black America, what's been going on for quite some time. And so I want to expand tonight and get down and drill down in real life what's happening to Black America, why this is important. Because some of you may not believe this is important. You may not know exactly why. So I'm going to give you 10 reasons why Black America has an emergency phone call out right now. Needs to make an emergency. We need to sound an alarm in Black America. If you love Black Americans, if you are Black American, you love yourself, this is a segment you need to be up on. First thing I want to do is I want to clear the air. I want to say this. Once upon a time in America, there were jobs that Black Americans had en masse. There were certain fields we were just basically locked out of. But there were some fields that Black people worked. They were able to sustain themselves and build communities. This is what was allotted to Black people in a society that we did not control. There was a lot of discrimination and what have you, but we found areas where we could contribute. And the majority society allowed us that space. And then things changed. One of those such fields is the construction industry. We've talked about it on this channel before. I want to share a clip with you. I ran across it. He'll tell you better than I can.
I just want to tell all my brothers, hey man, first of all, I just want to say, man, thank you, Trump. Because guess what? I went to a construction site today, y'all. Remember, I didn't have no job. I was doing Uber. Couldn't find a job nowhere. I went to a construction site. They was already working. Got hired on the spot. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Mr. Trump. If it wasn't for the move that you did make for the immigrants, and I'm not talking about the good people, I wouldn't have a job right now. Mr. President, I've been working all day, Mr. President. I just got off, Mr. President. I got a job for Monday, Mr. President. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, let me tell you, man, I walked in today on a construction site, hired me on the spot. I started work today, just got off, y'all. Mr. Trump, thank you so much.
I think there's some of us who are bought into a narrative that tells them that there are certain jobs Americans won't take. I want you to know that's bullshit. I want you to know that Black Americans are doing well. Here goes the 10 ways, 10 areas, 10 reasons why Black America has to sound the alarm today. And if you love Black Americans and Black America, if you love yourself, you'll wake up. Black Americans falling behind despite Black faces in high spaces. Number 10. Blacks now have a higher poverty rate than Hispanics. Wasn't always the case. Black America's been in America since America was founded. En masse. And still, somehow, the newly arrivals, their numbers, their earnings have put them ahead of Black America. More Black Americans are living in poverty right now than Hispanics. Number 2, Black Americans have a higher unemployment rate than Hispanics. Once again, the same thing holds true. He was just talking about it. Today, I went through video after video, article after article, finding this content. It's been a known discussion. It's been covered by major news entities, lawsuits where staffing companies, for instance, were seeking and hiring only undocumented workers of Latino descent, Mexican, Guatemalan, Venezuelan, what have you. It's a problem. Number 3, today Hispanics now have a greater net worth than Black Americans. That seems almost impossible considering the fact we've been in this country since 1619. We've been free since 1865. Jim Crow, another 100 years. Immigration really didn't kick up until the 70s, right? Number 4, Hispanics have a greater median income per household than Black Americans. Number 5, according to the latest U.S. Census, there are now more Hispanic millionaires in America than there are Black millionaires. That's right, guys. Whenever they're like, it seems like America loves for the culture to push out Black millionaires. Every other show you see a Black millionaire, you see a very successful Black person, a Black face in a high space. It'll be written into the Hollywood script. Shows like Suits, some other show. All these shows, LA Law, whatever legal shows, I don't know. I forget. There's a lot of legal shows out there. They have Black people in these positions. But in reality, very small number of Black. The number of Black millionaires is eclipsed by the number of Hispanic millionaires. It just doesn't get talked about as much. It doesn't get shown in Hollywood as much. In fact, I believe it's not shown on purpose because they don't want to piss off Black people. They want Black people to believe that everyone's like Beyonce. They want everyone to believe. They want us to believe. They want us to sleep and thinking we're doing so well. And if you aren't doing well, it's your own fault. They wouldn't want you to know this. That's why the Hollywood has it. It's not to inspire you. It's to distract you. Let's keep going. Number 6, Hispanics now lead Black people in home ownership. .1% of Hispanics own their own home. That's average. 51% of Hispanics own their own home. Number 7, when it comes to Black home ownership, only 44% of Black Americans own a home. Somehow it doesn't make sense, does it? And somehow it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Number 8, Hispanics have a greater buying power than blacks. Hispanic buying power is $2.4 trillion, while black people buying power is $1.9 trillion. Makes sense. Median household income, poverty, home ownership. A lot of black people money is in their house. We own less houses. There they go. Number 9, the Wall Street Journal said that between 2020 and 2034, Hispanics will fill 75% of new jobs in America. Number 10, the U.S. Department of Labor have that number even higher. They said by the year 2034, Hispanics will fill 78% of all new jobs. You know, when Trump says things like this, people deny it. They say Trump's just gaslighting. This ain't Trump, baby. And I didn't get these messages, these figures from Trump. Look them up. Now tell me, how does Maxine Waters, pissed off in front of the Department of Education, grandstanding, showing her ass, her, Ayanna Presley, guy whose name I don't know, and all the other protesters, Senator Warren at U.S. Aid Agency, all the grandstanding you've been seeing all week. What is Jasmine Crockett trying to do her best to get a Peabody Award for most pissed off black woman in Congress? How has that changed anything on this list? How does it fix anything on this list? Now, I'm not telling you to make you not like Hispanic folks. That's not the point. Hispanics should expect, they come to a new country, they would probably expect, hey, we got to get it out the dirt. We got to rise from the bottom. We come into a new country, we get an opportunity to make money. We were making $2 a day. Now we get to make $10, $15 an hour. We need to get from the bottom. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. And that's how they feel, and I understand that. But there were black men that were making $20, $24, $28 an hour. Who are you going to hire? Who are you going to hire? If you're a company, you just see profits, you're going to hire the Hispanic guy who's going to be very excited over $12 an hour, $13 an hour, because you're used to $2 an hour. Or you're going to hire the brother at $24, $28 an hour and do the right thing by the brother. And I don't just mean black guys either. You ain't hiring the white guys either. You don't want to pay. You don't want to pay the white guys either. Why would you want to? If you would just focus on profits. What I'm saying, guys, is two things. When I'm talking about Congress, when I'm talking about black faces in high spaces, and I'm giving them the business, it's for a reason. It's because I spend my entire day, I spend 100 hours a week looking through content like this. Whatever you do for a living, that's what you do. This is what I do. And when you see stuff like this constantly, and then you got people that don't do research, who don't concern themselves with this, I get it. They got their jobs. They don't see what I see. These numbers don't lie. We need some changes, and we need them quickly. They need to be done, or black Americans will be the permanent, we are the permanent underclass of the United States. And that does not happen without racism. That does not happen without discrimination. It also doesn't happen without a lot of people going along with it. Don't tell me this person's a good person, this person's great, this is a good speaker. If they're not fighting to change this, then they don't love their grandbabies. Not really. Or maybe they do love their grandbabies, they don't love yours. They don't love mine. Got all that talent, all that ability, what you spend it on? Yourself. Look, I'm not sure exactly what the solution is for all these categories, man. But they say you can't fix a problem if you don't recognize there is one. Next time you hear about a Democratic member of Congress showing their ass, making a soundbite, going viral, for sticking it to the Republicans. If they're not sticking it to the Republicans about what's happened to Black Americans, turn the channel. Better yet, send them this video and say, stick to the script. This here is the script. All right, guys, my name is Tim Black. You know how to reach me, Tim at timblacktv.com. Become a member of the Tim Black Show by going to join timblack.com. You can also find me at patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. VIPs, I appreciate you helping me do this. This is what I was born to do, and that's why I do it. So thank you for sharing this with somebody in advance. Thank you for sharing this and telling somebody and getting the word out. Enjoy your Sunday football, but remember, it's worse than you thought. All right. Let's go to the comment section, fam. Thank you. Thank you. Megs came through and Megs gave us a great membership once again and became a new member. Thank you, Megs. I appreciate you, Megs. Dems brag about having child poverty, then grandstand about kids in education. They stay silent on how they left those same kids. Fall back into poverty and go to school hungry. Yeah. They did. They did that. Black Mamba with the super sticker. Thank you, Black Mamba. I appreciate you. Trusto Party came through again. Thank you, Trusto Party. Black Mamba came through, telling us to go get a mug. Thank you, Black Mamba. I appreciate you. The Revelator came through. But when you think about it, Tim, can you blame them for being petty? Nope. I don't blame him at all. I mean, after all he did was endure 10 years of being demonized by the media. No big deal, right? Now, I don't blame him. I hope you sent this before I got through the segment because you know, I'm sure you know I don't blame him. But yeah, thank you for the comment, Revelator. And yeah, you got that right. I'll be looking for my payback. Yeah. See, yeah. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Talking about Trump and Biden took his credentials, so he took Biden's credentials. Yeah, I used to call that good for the goose, good for the gander. Hey man, if you come back and do a hat trick after losing and win the presidency back, if you can't stick it to somebody who screwed you over, what good was it? I mean, come on. All right, guys, thank you once again for being here. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you soon. Hit the like button on your way out. Have a safe weekend. We're expecting snow here in the D.C. area. So put the salt down, fam. Be safe. And remember, don't let anybody take your cornbread. I love you, Mrs. Black. And of course, where are my ladies? Where are my ladies?